What is going on, guys, and welcome back to yet another Madden 25 roster breakdown. Now, some of you guys might be like, yo, GS, what's going on with, can we get some footage? Tomorrow, I'm going to play both games, probably tonight, and edit both of them up tomorrow. I have yet to play the game. All I did was look at the rosters, haven't touched the game yet. So I want to do so tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going to have 2 gameplays for you guys. Today, I just want to go over the rosters on the 4 teams we got. Go over their weaknesses, go over their strengths, and how I would use them online. And, you know, just basically prepare. I'm also going to do playbook breakdowns and all that fun stuff tomorrow. So, you know, today I just want to get a taste of how the teams look. Again, I have yet to play. I haven't even kicked the ball yet. All I've done is going straight to depth chart. And the Packers, surprise, surprise, got possibly the best QB on the field. Aaron Rodgers is a monster. When you go over his statistics, you realize how beast he is. He has a speed of 80, which is great for somebody so accurate to be able to escape the pocket. So it's easy for him to run outside the pocket. He has good acceleration. Awareness, you don't really need that too much for a quarterback. So, but good acceleration. He's going to hit his top speed, you know, pretty quickly. One thing is, he's not elusive, no trucking, no spin moves, no juking. So don't even try it with him. His carrying really isn't the best either. So you want to get down with him. You want to slide. No juking, no spin moves, no trucking. You're not going to break any tackles with Aaron Rodgers. So when you're running, slide. Don't even attempt to do anything other than slide, because you're not going to go nowhere. Trust me. You're probably just going to fumble. Just get down. His accuracy is, oh my God, incredible. His throw power is 95 with 95 short accuracy, 88 middle, 87 deep, and 88 on the run. This is why this is one of the better teams to use offensively, because Aaron Rodgers is such a weapon. With throw power 95, he can zip it in any tight window. His accuracy is just out of the, like, it's out of this world. This man is just a beast in this game. And it only makes him better that he can actually take off with 80 speed. No, he's not going to run a read option and, you know, 100-yard gain. It's possible. I'm not going to say it's not. You know what I mean? But he's more of a, you know, 4, 5, 6 attempts a game kind of guy. If things break down, you can take off and get a couple yards. Now, they do lack in the running back. I mean, Green Bay's really never really had a solid running back since, like, Amon Green back in the day. And he was good for, like, 2-3 years. Not too much. I mean, Eddie Lacy at the rookie, he's a big back. 230 pounds. This dude is a big dude. He's going to fall forward a lot. He's a bigger back. Which surprises me a lot that he has a very good spin move, which is like 96. But I would probably start Harris because I would prefer speed. You know, I would rather have somebody give me the opportunity to take a toss or a dive play, you know, to an end zone. Eddie Lacy really isn't that home run threat. Again, he's a bigger back. He's somebody powerful, somebody that can fall forward, somebody who's going to be able to truck, but he's really not going to give you too many 60, 70-yard gains, whereas Harris gives you that long ball threat. You know, he gives you the opportunity to take a handoff to the house because of his 94 speed. So I would start Harris over Lacy for sure. Fullback, you got John Kuhn, one of the better known fullbacks in the NFL. Good blocking, you know, somebody who's very good at fullback. Not too much great speed, so I would never really run the ball with him too much, unless if it's like a 3rd and 1, 4th and inches kind of thing, if I do a fullback dive. But even then, I would rather have Eddie Lacy at fullback. So if I'm going to be running and I'm blocking, John Kuhn is there. But if I'm running and you know, if I want to sneak in a couple fullback dives, I would definitely substitute Eddie Lacy at the fullback position because the guy is just a big, powerful back. So their wide receivers are mind-blowing. Like, absolutely mind-blowing. This is why they have, I would think, one of the best offenses in the game. It's just retarded on how good their offense is. You got Jordy Nelson, Cobb, and Jones, and those 3 alone are monsters. Monsters! When you look at their attributes, you don't realize how nasty these guys are until you dissect what it is they're good at and why and how. So speed-wise, I mean, they're not the fastest. You got some decent speed. You can mix in Johnson, the rookie, but for the most part, you know, Cobb's got some okay speed, low 90s. Jordy Nelson is a 90. Jones is an 86. So you really don't have a big streak threat. You know, you don't have, you know, old school Randy Moss or nowadays, like a Brandon Banks, somebody who's not even that good, but somebody fast. There's really not too many big, deep streak options here, but their attributes are just insane when you look over them. So again, their speed really not that great. Acceleration, decent. Cobb's got really high acceleration, elusiveness. Cobb is going to be the guy that's going to be able to break tackles with jukes and spin moves and things like that. Stiff arms, nobody really too high. But again, Cobb is going to be your guy who you want to be able to finagle with juke moves and things like that. Jordy Nelson and Jones, not so much. They're really not going to break too many catches. Look at their catching, though. 93, 93, 92. That's incredible. Their route running is really good, too. You got Jordy Nelson with the 94, Jones with the high 80. And look at their catch in traffic. Oh my God, this is when I lost it. 93, 93, 97. These guys aren't really going to drop too many catches. They all have high catching, high route running, high catch in traffic. Their receivers are nuts. Got to be one of the better receiving cores in the game with that catch in traffic. That's just amazing. Spectacular catch as well. You have Nelson and you have Jones with high spectacular catches. And their beat press, 94 and 96, Nelson and Jones. These guys are going to be damn near unpressable. So unless you got somebody who can really press, like you really have to look at your attributes. If you don't pay attention, you're going to try and press the Packers with cornerbacks that can't press and they're going to eat you alive. You can't press these guys. Cobb you can, but Nelson and Jones are breaking the press immediately. And with their catching traffic and their catching and Aaron Rodgers being able to pinpoint the ball is just incredible on how, I didn't realize how good these receivers are until I looked at their attributes. Absolutely stunning. Then you have Finley, one of the better known tight ends in the game. Decent speed, 85, definitely no slouch. You can't complain there. He's more of a passing tight end than, somebody who's more versatile, blocking and catching. He's definitely more of a receiving threat. And in Madden, he's always, somebody throw in a streak or a long post because there's not too many linebackers that's going to be able to keep up with Finley because he's a beast, at the tight end, especially in Madden. Good route running, good speed, good hands as far as the tight end goes. Their offensive line really isn't the best. They really lack an offensive line. Like the 49ers offensive line is way dominant compared to the Packers, Packers definitely have some weaknesses. Again, their lineman is one of them. They're not really too strong. They have a beast in Son who's 97 overall, but other than that, the lineman is not the best. Their defensive line isn't the best as well. You can always put Clay Matthews at a left end and put him at 99 overall, which is always a good thing. He's a block shedding beast, and that's always fun to look forward to. But besides Clay Matthews, they really don't have too much going on in the front seven. Their linebackers are, really kind of weak besides Clay Matthews. Their left linebacker is not really too good. A.J. Hawk is okay, but compared to other teams, they really aren't that much of a monster that, they are in the linebacking core and front line. They're really not good. Cornerbacks are good. They definitely have some good corners. They lack in speed at number 2 position. Hayward is only an 87, so that's something you have to pay attention for. If you're playing with the Packers, Hayward with only 87, how is he supposed to keep up with the Percy Harvin? You know what I mean? You have to pay attention to who he's guarding and make sure you have safety over the top. Because if not, he will get torched. But the man coverage is really, really good. As you guys know, I love man coverage. I sit in 2-man under a lot from quarters. Because when your defense is ass, you just sit in man coverage and hope the computer can make a play for you. All of them are 90s, which is good. Their press, not so good. You do not want to press with the Packers. Their press is just not good. So if it was like Packers against the Packers, if the Packers defense tried to press, the Packers offense, the offense would shred them because their B press is way too high and their press is way too low. But they're good coverage corners. They have good man-to-man. They have good zones. They're good guys to have in coverage that can make plays for you. Safeties, they lack too, with Charles Woodson going to Oakland. They lose a solid veteran. So really not too dominant of a defense whatsoever. Special teams, they're monstrous. Mason Crosby got 98 kick power. The dude is one of the better kickers in the game. Maste, or however you say his name, I'm not too sure, got 95 kick power as a punter, so he's really, really strong. So he can boot the ball if need be, if you need to punt. But when it comes to the Packers, this is just an overwhelmingly offensive team. and a team that you should be slinging the ball with. And Aaron Rodgers just compliments the wide receivers, or the wide receivers compliment Aaron Rodgers so well because they're dominant. They beat the press. They have good route running. Their catching traffic is amazing. Their catching is amazing. It's just a really well orchestrated offense. And then you have Jermichael Finley at the tight end, who's basically a little bit of a slower receiver because his hands are really good. His route running is good for a tight end. Again, running the ball really isn't going to be. But how many times have you played against the Packers and you ran into a situation when they're running the ball down your throat? Not never. You know, that doesn't happen. When you go up against the Packers, you know you're going up against somebody who's going to be slinging the ball. And it's not going to be easy to stop these guys. You really need to pay attention to your cornerbacks because you need to match up accordingly. You need to not press if your cornerbacks aren't capable of pressing guys with high beat press awareness. A team that I'm going to show you guys that will press these guys are the Seahawks. Like, the Seahawks match up with these receivers so damn well. I thought the Seahawks had the best coverage team in Madden last year. This year, quite possibly, again, when I do their breakdown with the addition of Winfield, their cornerbacks are monstrous. And they have what it takes to be able to be physical and press the Packers. But besides them, again, I haven't looked at too many teams. I don't know how many teams that can actually press and do well against the Packers wide receivers. Because, again, all their route running as well. And you could even throw a Cobb. Who knows? You could even throw a flea flicker wide receiver play action cross. I don't even know if that's a play, but it's definitely possible. Again, gameplay's coming tomorrow. Subscribe to the only and the original online daily content channel right here. Your boy started it, and we continue to do it every day. Online content, man. Subscribe if you haven't already. Again, gameplay coming tomorrow. That's my breakdown of the Packers. I'm out. Peace. Give it to the baby.